ginkgo biloba. Isn't that what you're supposed to take for memory?
Yeah, I want to grow that. I don't have that in my garden.
I wonder if that would help me.
That's my broccoli. I covered it in plastic, and the plastic is covered in snow, which is a good insulator. Today's Sunday, so a couple more days. It's supposed to warm up. I can uncover it. Can't see the carrots at all. They're completely buried. Onions are sticking up some. Greenhouse 2 was covered. Most of it's covered. I'm uncovering it. Just uncovering it for a minute. Checking on it. I want to get some of the old leaves like these. I want to give them to the chickens. Chicken food. That is a seed pod. For the second year in a row, I have noticed my hibiscus seeding. I got lucky last year because I was walking around barefoot in my kitchen and I went to see what was on the bottom of my foot, and it was a seed. That is not a seed pod. That is a bud. I'm going to see if I can find one that's not so open. I also have pots on the floor around this thing, so they seed themselves in the kitchen. Usually in my passion flower pots. Last year I didn't do this video in time, and this year, again, I don't have a green one. There's another bud up there though, or is that the same one? I think that's a different one. I can't find a green one. So I found 3 this year. Seed pods. And I have baby trees from last year's seed pods. These are last year's hibiscus seeds, now trees. These ones were planted in the winter, and these ones were planted in the summer. And I did some Googling to find out how long it would take for them to go from a little sapling to blooming, and it takes anywhere from 6 months to 2 years, which is a lot less time than I thought by looking at them. I think mine are a little stunted. I have not been feeding them. And this time of year, it's not really the right time of year to feed your plants. And these are not root bound. I just looked at the bottom of the pot. There's no roots coming out. So I'm going to feed them some worm castings. I'm just going to sprinkle some on the top. Get the little spoon out. Now what I noticed is there's 2 different kinds of leaves. And what I learned from reading a couple of articles is, the first article is it's not a good idea to grow your hibiscus trees from seed because they won't necessarily take on the characteristic of the parent plant. It will take the characteristics of its roots, other plants in its gene line, sort of like humans. So that's why there's two different kinds of leaves here. I have 3 that have the same type of leaf as the mother plant, and then I have 4 that have a different leaf, which is a different line of trees in the family tree of my tree. I like these very much. And the second article was excited that you could get a new genus of tree and, you know, new colors, and made it sound really exciting instead of, yeah, don't do that. Instead, it's exciting. You don't know what you're going to get, and it could be great. And, you know, maybe they're not all great, but I'm excited about it. Seeds. Seeds from King Tut. I haven't planted these yet. It's the first time I've gotten a King Tut to bloom for me.